Imagine sailing through the vast Atlantic. The sea is calm, the sun is bright, and then, out of nowhere, you spot a ship. Silent, empty, drifting. The ropes hang loose. The lifeboat is missing. Half-eaten meals are still on the table. But there's one thing missing. The entire crew. This isn't the opening scene of a horror movie. This is a real event from 1872. The mystery of the Mary Celeste, history's most famous ghost ship. The Mary Celeste was a sturdy American merchant ship. On November 7th, 1872, she set sail from New York, bound for Genoa, Italy. Captain Benjamin Briggs was in charge, a respected seaman, a family man. He even brought along his wife Sarah and their 2-year-old daughter Sophia. The ship carried over 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol, a valuable cargo. Alongside Briggs and his family were 7 trusted crew members. 10 people in total. The Mary Celeste sailed into the Atlantic and into history. 1 month later, December 4th, 1872, another ship, the Dei Gratia, spotted a vessel drifting aimlessly about 400 miles east of the Azores. It was the Mary Celeste, still upright, still seaworthy, still full of provisions. But the crew? Gone. The lifeboat? Missing. The cargo? Barely touched. The captain's log ended abruptly, with nothing unusual recorded. The last entry was calm, normal, routine. So why would the crew abandon a perfectly good ship when the Mary Celeste was towed into Gibraltar? Investigators were baffled. There was no sign of violence, no blood, no struggle, no pirate attack. The cargo of alcohol was mostly intact, though a few barrels were found empty. But what did it mean? Some whispered about mutiny. Others suspected insurance fraud. But there was no evidence to prove either. The case was closed without answers. The Mary Celeste became a ghost ship legend. Alcohol explosion. The most popular idea is that fumes from the alcohol cargo leaked. A small explosion, or even the fear of one, could have panicked the crew. Captain Briggs may have ordered everyone into the lifeboat, tethered to the ship. But if the rope snapped, the crew would have been left stranded at sea. Natural disaster. Some point to waterspouts, rogue waves, or sudden storms. But the Mary Celeste was still intact, with no damage. Why abandon safety for danger, mutiny, or piracy? Could the crew have turned against Briggs? Or pirates attacked and removed the people, leaving the cargo? But again, no signs of struggle. Nothing stolen. The human element. Others say Briggs was an overly cautious captain. If he feared the ship was sinking or the cargo was dangerous, he may have made a terrible mistake. A decision that doomed them all. The unexplainable. And then, of course, there are the supernatural explanations. Sea monsters, alien abductions, the kind of theories that keep the Mary Celeste alive in pop culture. The Mary Celeste itself survived, at least for a while. She changed owners several times, but none of her captains ever had much luck. Finally, in 1885, the ship was deliberately wrecked in a failed insurance scam off Haiti. Her broken remains sank into the Caribbean. As for the crew, the 10 souls who vanished in 1872, they were never seen again. No bodies, no wrecked lifeboat, nothing. The Mary Celeste drifts through history as the sea's greatest riddle. A perfectly good ship, a missing crew, and questions that still have no answers. Was it a captain's mistake, a freak accident, or something darker, stranger, more unearthly? We may never know, but one thing is certain. The mystery of the Mary Celeste will sail on forever. This has been Dusk and Times, where history comes alive and legends never die. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more untold mysteries of the past. And remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.